Y'all have been requesting this one for a while. So today we're going to talk about one of the most polarizing quarterbacks of the last decade, Chad Kelly. Despite being the nephew of Hall of Famer Jim Kelly, he's had a rocky football career from the jump. But you'd be surprised where he actually ended up. I'm Riley Winn, and I'm here to tell you just what happened to Swag Kelly. Coming out of high school, there was a lot of buzz about Chad. He was extremely athletic and had a rocket of an arm, making him one of the top-ranked dual-threat QBs in the nation. And of course, he shared his last name with former Bills quarterback Jim Kelly. The kid was confident and even made a rap song called Swag Kelly. If you haven't heard it, please Google it. It's pretty bad. Swag Kelly was at Clemson for 2 years before getting dismissed from the team due to conduct detrimental to the team. Basically, he was talking publicly to the other quarterbacks on the roster and told Dabo Swinney, if you don't make me the starting QB, I'm gonna quit and go play lacrosse. After getting kicked off the team, Chad had to go the bounce back route. He attended JUCO powerhouse East Mississippi Community College, which later would be featured on Last Chance U. He led EMCC to an undefeated season and a JUCO national championship. At the end of 2014, Swag Kelly had earned his way back to the D1 level to play for Ole Miss. Chad still had some growing up to do. He was arrested outside a nightclub where he got into it with the bouncer. Ole Miss gave Chad one last shot with a zero tolerance policy moving forward. It was time for Chad Kelly to step up, put his head down, and not fuck up. Ole Miss and Chad were cooking with Hugh Freeze's gunslinging offense. In 2015, Chad Kelly threw for over 4,000 yards, rushed for 500, and accounted for 41 total touchdowns. The Rebels went 10-3, and Chad became the first Ole Miss quarterback to beat Alabama, Auburn, and LSU in the same season. In 2016, the Rebels beat Oklahoma State in the Sugar Bowl, and Kelly was named the MVP. Chad came back for his senior season, but tore his ACL and meniscus. The Denver Broncos took a flyer on Kelly when they drafted him with the last pick in the 2017 NFL Draft. Chad had to ditch the Swag Kelly nickname for Mr. Irrelevant. He had a wrist injury that kept him on the IR all season. The next year, he came in and battled with Paxton Lynch for the backup role and actually won the job. Just a few months later, though, the Broncos released Kelly when he was arrested for criminal trespassing after leaving Von Miller's Halloween party. Indy gave him another chance, but Kelly was suspended for 2 games for violating the league's personal conduct policy. He then bounced back and forth with the Colts practice squad before finally getting released in 2020. He took a break from his playing career and went back to EMCC to work as an offensive assistant coach. Then, in 2022, Swag Kelly signed with the Toronto Argonauts in the CFL. His first season up north, Kelly was the backup. Toronto had already claimed a playoff spot, so he got to start in the last game of the regular season. He looked like Ole Miss Chad. He was 23 for 25 for 264 yards, threw 2 tutties, and ran the ball in for another score as well. In the 109th Grey Cup, Canada's Super Bowl, Toronto's starter went out late in the fourth quarter with an injury. It was time for Chad Kelly to step the f*** up. He led the Argos on a touchdown drive to beat the Winnipeg Blue Bombers 24-23. Swag Kelly, once again, was a champion. The 2023 CFL season just kicked off, and Chad is rolling as the starter. In his first game against the Hamilton Tiger Cats, he threw for 216 yards with no turnovers and pulled off a hat trick running the ball in 3 different times. His play and poise so far has TSN insider Dan Naylor saying Chad Kelly could become the face of the Toronto franchise. I think the only reason Chad got so many shots in college and the NFL is because of who his uncle is. He had to really drop the Swag Kelly attitude and just be Chad, a guy who wants to work hard and help his team win. Chad hopes great production in the CFL will earn him a promotion back to the NFL. At his age, it's unlikely he gets another shot. But what he could do is become one of the most electric quarterbacks Canadian football has ever seen. What are some other athletes who were absolute studs that you're not sure where or what they're up to now? Hit me up on Twitter and Instagram and let me know. If you want to see who we cover on our next episode of What Happened To, subscribe now and make sure to turn on those notifications. I'm Riley Winn. See you on the next one.